With Pace Avenue Takeout, you don't have to shop, cook, or clean up. Just enjoy the world's best comfort food, prepared by international chef Ginger Ryan, specially for her friends and neighbors in Bisbee. Pace Avenue Takeout, and now free delivery, bigger than most appetites for just $9. At the end of the day, Pace Avenue is perfect.
It's so nice to have supper there waiting for you.
Good food, reasonable prices, prepared on time every day. Minimal work for us.
Welcome. This is our inaugural segment here on Facebook for the 10-year-old Cochise Talk, and this is the CochiseTalk Show. We're bringing you all kinds of information. Call us your Cochise County connection as we come to you today from the BTC studios in beautiful Old Town Bisbee. This is the county seat, and to celebrate that, our first guest here on the program is the PIO for the county, the Public Information Officer, and it's Amanda Baillie. And welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. We'll cover a couple of subjects while we're here today. First, we're just a few days from the general election. How's it going?
Okay, well, November 6th is the general election. That's Tuesday. It's going really well. We've had around 60% of the early ballots have been returned so far. And that's a trend across the country. We're seeing record numbers, and it is a record for the county as well. We're very happy to see that many come through. And so our staff are busy right now. The recorder's office is verifying each and every one of those ballots. And then they go to over to the elections office for processing, and then they'll be counted.
Now, these ballots have to be in on election day, on the 6th, by that time.
Correct. So there's a couple of things that you can do. If you have an early ballot, you have to get it to us by 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Okay. It's too late to mail it. Don't put it in the mail because it probably won't get to us. It has to go to Phoenix and then come back. So
in the mail, if you
correct,
mail it.
Yeah. So it's too late to mail it. But what you can do, you can go to one of our regional service centers, and they are in Bisbee, Sierra Vista, Douglas, Wilcox, and Benson.
Now, can people go online to get the addresses for those places?
Yes. And we'll give you the address at the end.
And we'll show it on the screen right now so people can see the addresses.
So at each of those locations, we have a secure drop box. And so you just take your ballot, put it in the box, and then you're done. Now, you can do that until 5 p.m. on Monday, November 5th. That's when we'll be picking up all the boxes and then processing those ballots. You can also vote at the recorder's office.
On Melody Lane.
On Melody Lane. And tomorrow, Friday, November 2nd, is the last day you can do that until 5 p.m.
Okay, so if you're watching this segment after Friday, it's too late.
Right. And then if you've still got your ballot in your hand on Tuesday, then you can go to one of our vote centers, and we have 17 across the county. You can go to any one of them, and you can drop off your ballot there.
Do you know how things are different now in terms of the way things are set up, different from the last time we went to the polls in 2016?
Well, we have a new elections director, Lisa Mara. We also have David Stevens, who's our recorder. He came in during the last election round, and they've both done an amazing job. They've really looked at the policies and procedures and how can we improve on how we run an election in Cochise County. And, we had the primary back in August, went extremely smoothly. We had no glitches. So we're seeing huge improvements, and obviously there's great interest in this election, and I think things are running great. Yeah.
Is there some place that people can call if they have questions?
Yeah, so they should call, depending on their question, they should call either the recorder's office or the elections office at the county.
And what we want to do, of course, is encourage everyone to vote. This may be one of the most important, I know we say this every time we go to the polls, but this is important because there's so much division in our community. So every vote counts, including yours. I'll be back. We have a hazmat situation on the border, and I'll be back with Amanda for an update on that, and then we have a special interview to go with it. But first, this break.
Voted the top 3 in 5 categories by readers of the Herald Review, the BTC is your one-stop fun spot. You love our tours. You wear our clothing. You zip around town on our electric bikes. You rest comfortably in our rooms. You hitch free rides, order takeout, and we deliver. The BTC Lofts Tours and Accommodations, the fastest growing attraction in Southern Arizona. You voted BTC Best of Bisbee, and we say thank you.
We're back, and thanks for being with us. Once again, this is our inaugural news segment coming to you from the BTC studios, our production partners here for this venture, and we've got lots and lots of plans for you. Cochise Talk has been around for almost a dozen years now, as you're aware. You've participated in some of our programs, and we've thoroughly enjoyed getting to this point. So this is part of our evolution, and the internet makes it possible for us to easily bring you things, whether you're at home, at the office, or you're just traveling and you've got your smartphone and you can check in every day. And if you like this page, this Facebook page for Cochise Talk, then you'll be in the loop. The Hazmat Situation, it's been going on for decades, literally decades, where the infrastructure in Naco, Sonora, at their wastewater treatment plant, is in a state of disrepair and has been for some time. So what happens when there's a problem? Well, over time, even in the last month or so, millions of gallons of raw sewage, we politely call it hazmat, because it is hazardous material. It is potentially a threat to our health. And there isn't much that the county can do about this except to try to ameliorate the situation with berms and things of that nature. And they're on top of it, and they're throwing chlorine tablets into the waste. But it is a situation which has been reduced of late. Now it's a comparative trickle, would you say?
So we're seeing maybe around 100 to 200 gallons a day, compared to, at its peak, it was between 250,000 and 400,000 gallons a day.
A day, as little as a few weeks ago.
Correct, and also it's kind of ebbed and flowed, depending on the time of day, and also with the rains that we've had as well recently.
How difficult is it to maintain proper information and to make sure that you're telling the people in the community what they need to know?
Well, we meet on a regular basis as a team, and we go over what the current situations are, and we look at various topics under that. We look at what we're doing for mitigation, engagement, etc. And our goal has been to put information out to the public as often as possible. So we've kept them updated through press releases, and we've had a town hall as well. We put out flyers regarding the immunization clinics that we held. We've had a lot of media interest, which has been great because we want to keep this in the public eye. And we also have a web page as well on the county website that keeps people up to date on what's happening. And we also set up a hotline as well, so that people have concerns about their health and what's going on in the area. They can call that number and get information.
Why is it necessary to have an immunization program, or is it just functioning on the side of caution?
Yeah, I mean, it's a precautionary measure, and often, when you have raw sewage flowing into a community, that's obviously a public health concern, and that's our number one priority, is the safety of our residents. So we offered hepatitis A and B and tetanus injections to the people of Naco, and a number of those have taken up that offer.
One thing I know that you'd like to talk about as we close out our segment, and once again, it's great to have you here. The county has selected several areas, 3 or 4, I think, that they want to focus on in terms of economic development in the community. And interestingly enough, one of the areas that they chose to focus on was wine country. They're going to fix an old dirt road that is that's really holding the industry back. Give us an update on that. We talked about it the last time we got
Yeah.
together, but for people who missed that, and tell us what new has come along, like dates and when this project will be completed.
Yeah. So Rob's Road is a dirt road that serves the majority of the vineyards in the Wilcox region. And we applied for a grant from the Arizona Commerce Authority, which we won, and that will help us to pave the road. So we just declared that as an official county highway. It wasn't a county highway previously. We did maintain it, but now it's a county highway. We can actually go ahead and pave it. And then we'll be starting engineering work and planning and design in the spring of 2019, and then we will be paving the road in the fall of next year.
The paving has to happen when the weather is right.
Correct. We can't just go ahead and do it any time that we want, unfortunately. So we have certain windows of the year, with weather and temperatures and rain, and so we can only pick certain times that we can actually go out and do that work.
Well, I know that you and many, many other people are looking forward to that. What is the problem with having the dirt road, and why does it hold the businesses back?
Well, for a start, wine tasters, when they come down, are kind of deterred by the state of the road. It's a washboard road right now, and if you've come down from Phoenix in your nice Mercedes or a nice car, and maybe not used to the rural nature of the roads of Cochise County, then it can be off-putting, and we know that people are physically turned around because they don't want to drive down the road. And then also it's a very dusty road as well. So when you're transporting something as delicate as grapes, that can cause an issue. It's bumpy, so again, when you're transporting bottles of wine, you need to keep them steady. So that can cause an issue. Vehicle damage. But we believe...
And it's not good for the grapes on the vine either.
No, I mean, we've got
dust.
dust going everywhere. So when we actually pave the road, the vineyards have indicated many of them will expand. They're going to build new tasting rooms, event centers, places to stay, places to eat. So we think this is going to be a real game changer for that region and for the county.
Has the county done any research in terms of the economic impact that all this could have on the county?
Yeah, so there was a study done about 2 years ago. It was a wine impact study. Now for the state, it's a $56 million industry. We export around 500 tons of grapes a year from the Wilcox region. They grow 75 to 80% of the grapes used across the whole of the state.
Wow.
So it has a huge economic impact. They sell over 160,000 bottles of wine a year that leave the county and go to retail outlets, go through the wine clubs, etc. So we see this as a major economic driver for our county right now.
Well, that's amazing. Well, Amanda has promised to join us here in our studios once or twice a month to update you on what's going on. I want to thank you for being here once again. I look forward to our next time together. In the meantime, we invite you to like our Facebook page so you can always be in the loop and you'll know when new content is coming up pretty much on a daily basis here from Cochise Talk and the KCTR Newsroom. Until next time, thank you for joining us. I'm Chuck Alton. Have a great day.